Good evening. This is Akashwani and I am Nishit Kumar with the World News. The headlines. Several European leaders to join President Volodymyr Zelensky for his meeting with US President Donald Trump at White House tomorrow over Russia-Ukraine conflict. India and Nepal reaffirm commitment to deepen bilateral cooperation as Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri reaches Kathmandu on two-day visit. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi to be on a two-day visit to India from tomorrow. In Sudan, at least 31 people killed in paramilitary forces attack in El Fasher. And in badminton, India's Devika Sehwag clinches the women's singles title at Malaysia International Challenge in Ipoh. And now the news in detail. Several European leaders have confirmed that they will join Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for a meeting at the White House tomorrow. President Zelensky is heading to Washington for talks with US President Donald Trump on Ukraine war. We have a report.
European leaders including French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and Finnish President Alexander Stubb have confirmed their attendance. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni are also expected to join the meeting. The decision to join the meeting in the United States comes following a video call of European allies led by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who praised US President Trump's role in advancing peace talks with Russia during their summit meeting in Alaska recently. UK Prime Minister, French President Macron and German Chancellor are part of the coalition of the willing. The leaders aim to strengthen coordination between Europe and the US to secure a lasting peace in Ukraine while ensuring Europe's security. Abhineet Shukla for World News.
US First Lady Melania Trump has written a heartfelt letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin, urging him to end the war in Ukraine for the sake of children and future generations. The letter, delivered by President Donald Trump during his summit with President Putin in Alaska, highlights the severe impact of the conflict on children, calling them caught in the crosshairs of violence. Melania emphasized that protecting future generations is a shared responsibility for parents and world leaders. Although Melania was not present at the summit, President Trump described his meeting with Putin as extremely productive, but no formal agreements were made. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's chief of staff thanked Melania for her appeal. India and Nepal have reaffirmed their commitment to deepen bilateral cooperation and partnership after Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, who reached the Himalayan nation this morning on a two-day official visit, held a series of high-level meetings at Kathmandu. Our correspondent has the details.
Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri called upon high-level dignitaries of Nepal, paying a courtesy call on President of Nepal Ramchandra Patel at Sheetal Niwas. Matters relating to enhancing bilateral cooperation and deepening the historic ties between Nepal and India were discussed. Foreign Secretary Misri called on Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli at his office in Singh Darbar. Matters of mutual interest were discussed to further strengthen Nepal-India relations. He also met Foreign Minister of Nepal, Dr. Arzu Rana Dyoba. Misri held delegation-level talks with Foreign Secretary Amrit Bahadur Rai and reviewed the progress in India-Nepal cooperation. Shweta Singh, World News, Kathmandu.
Chinese Foreign Minister and member of Politburo of the Communist Party of China, Wang Yi, will be on a two-day visit to India from tomorrow. He is visiting India at the invitation of the National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval. During the visit, the Chinese Foreign Minister will hold the 24th round of Special Representatives talks on the India-China boundary question with India's Special Representative, Mr. Doval. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will hold bilateral meeting with his Chinese counterpart. This is Akashwani giving you the world news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website, newsonair.gov.in, and download the News on AIR app. Welcome back to the world news. In Sudan, at least 31 people, including 7 children and a pregnant woman, were killed in an attack by a paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF on the Abu Shok displacement camp in El Fasher in the western region. 13 others were injured in the assault, which involved artillery shelling. The RSF's ongoing siege of El Fasher has worsened critical shortages of medicine, food and medical staff, endangering thousands of displaced civilians. El Fasher, the last major city in Darfur, not under RSF control, has been under siege since May 2024 as part of the ongoing conflict between Sudan's armed forces and the RSF. More than 500 humanoids, robots from 16 countries including Japan, showcased their skills at the World Humanoid Robo Games in Beijing. The 4-day event, which concluded today, featured a range of competitions in sports, tasks and real-world scenarios. Robots competed in 26 events including track and field, soccer, dancing and kickboxing. A robo clocked an impressive 21.5 seconds in the 100-meter sprint. Others demonstrated remarkable agility in combat, managing to recover balance after taking hits in kickboxing. However, not all performances went smoothly. In the soccer competition, fully autonomous robots collapsed unexpectedly while others collided during the 400-meter relay. An observer noted that when one robo fell, others followed, unlike humans who can recover individually. The games demonstrated both the advancements and ongoing hurdles in the evolving world of humanoid robotics. Russia is set to launch the Venera D mission to revisit Venus before 2036. According to Oleg Korablev from the Space Research Institute, preliminary design work will begin in January 2026 as part of the country's new national space program. The mission will include a lander, a balloon probe, and an orbital spacecraft, with the launch expected between 2034 and 2036. Indian Navy's latest stealth frigate, INS Tamil, concluded a port call at Naples in Italy during her return passage to India. The Defence Ministry in a statement today said that the visit highlighted the strong bilateral relations between the two nations, which were formally elevated to a strategic partnership in 2023. During the port call at Naples that concluded yesterday, INS Tamil engaged in a range of activities focused on furthering defence cooperation and collaboration between India and Italy. Bilateral discussions with senior military and local officials as well as professional exchanges were the highlights of the visit. The Embassy of India in Berlin organized a Bharat parade in Germany to commemorate the 79th Independence Day of India. The Ministry of External Affairs said that Bharat parade marched from Brandenburg Gate to the Sanchi Stupa at the Humboldt Forum. According to the ministry, nearly 1,000 members of the Indian diaspora and Friends of India joined the event. Patriotic songs and Indian music accompanied the march, creating an atmosphere of unity and festivity in the heart of Berlin. Addressing the festivities, Ambassador of India to Germany, Ajit Gupte, underlined the growth of the Indian diaspora in Germany and commended its contribution to strengthening bilateral relations. In Sri Lanka, the Indian Cultural Association, in collaboration with the Swami Vivekanand Cultural Centre, organized a special screening of Sholay to mark 50 years of the iconic film in Colombo. Members of the Indian community in Sri Lanka attended the event with great enthusiasm, reliving the magic of the 1975 classic that continues to hold a special place in the Indian cinema. On the occasion, the Deputy High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka highlighted the cultural significance of the film and its enduring appeal across generations. Sholay remains India's biggest box office hit, with inflation-adjusted earnings estimated at 3,000 crore rupees. Indian shuttler Devika Sehwag clinched the women's singles title at the Malaysia International Challenge 2025 in Ipoh today. With the win, Devika claimed her first international challenge title. The 20-year-old defeated 5th seed compatriot Isha Rani Barua 15-7, 15-12 in the final. And in the Cincinnati Open tennis, top seed Yannick Sinner has set up summit clash with arch-rival second seed Carlos Alcaraz in the men's singles. Sinner and Alcaraz had faced each other in the finals of Wimbledon 2025. And now, before we close, here are the highlights of the bulletin. Several European leaders to join President Vladimir Zelensky for his meeting with US President Donald Trump at White House tomorrow over Russia-Ukraine conflict. India and Nepal reaffirm commitment to deepen bilateral cooperation as Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri reaches Kathmandu on a two-day visit. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi to be on a two-day visit to India from tomorrow. In Sudan, at least 31 people killed in paramilitary forces attack in El Fasher. And in badminton, India's Devika Sehwag clinches the women's singles title at Malaysia International Challenge in Ipoh. That concludes tonight's World News Bulletin. Good night.